Um, I think more than anything, he's going to bring a European style. He's a very technical fighter, and with technical fighters, you gotta be just as technical and just as sharp, and on your p's and q's because one slip up in those technical fighters, they're there to catch it. So I'm looking for him to come in there and be sharp, but as I always say, I'm gonna be sharp.
What do you see for yourself? Obviously, everybody in Cleveland is in the shadow of LeBron James.
Hmm.
What do you see for yourself 3, 4, 5 years from now? What do you want the world to remember about you?
Um, I don't consider myself to be in his shadow now. Um, if anyone back home does, I think in 3 or 4 or 5 years I won't be anymore. Hopefully, I'm standing right next to him. But with that being said, I just want to be remembered as someone who worked hard, who put his all in everything that he did, and was successful. That's it, man.
Shawn, Kell Brook, 32-0, 22 knockouts. What would it mean to you to give him that first, to take away his O?
It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. I feel it. I know it. I'm confident. Have been very confident about this fight for a long time. It's finally arriving, August 16th at the StubHub Center, and that's where he'll get his first loss.
Describe.
Sean,
I'm excited. I've been to the StubHub, even when it was the Home Depot Center, and they were fighting. I think outdoor shows are just a very great atmosphere, and it was great the last time that I went there just a few weeks ago for the big fight with Guerrero. Everyone back over there, they knew me, and they were wondering when I was coming out, and they said they'd be there to support me. So I'm excited to get out there.
Sean,
Talking about playing football, and I know that that was probably not going to be your career or anything. But how long in that time did you have your eye on boxing? How long have you known you were going to be a
Always,
boxer?
always, and I tell this story. Long story short, when you're young, you're 8, 9 years old, you think you're gonna play in the NFL. And so my plan was always to play in the NFL and in the off season box professional. So I've always played football in the fall and boxed year round when I wasn't playing football. So to make the transition from not playing football and just boxing for me was a little funny at first because every fall it was kind of like supposed to do this, but I'm not doing it anymore. But I always knew that at some point I had to make a decision, and I felt ultimately that this was the best decision, and it's turning out.
Your father is your principal trainer and your role model. Talk about the relationship you have with him.
It's a great relationship. We're together all the time. Uh, there's so much that we've done together to get this far that we both have agreed that we don't want to change anything. We just, the Lord just recently blessed us with the house. We're moving in together. And it's a great relationship. We have fun, and he works me harder than anyone else could. So I need him in my life.
Sean, just a few years ago, you were only known as Manny Pacquiao's sparring partner. Did sparring with him help you develop?
Um, it did. There are some things that we do now that we took from him, from watching him train, from watching his style. And I won't directly point those things out, but I've had 2 experiences in 2 different camps with him, and they're experiences I'll never forget.
Given boxing circumstances now, it seems like it's getting better as far as not only networks working together, but promoters working together.
Hmm.
Given that you have the main Pacquiao's part,
Hmm.
is that something that you would feel confident going into a fight? Let's say that happens at some
Um,
point.
I don't know if I don't know if I would look back and say, I did this, I did that. I'll take this guy out. Kind of feeling like that now that you asked me the question. But I think just to have been in the ring with him and competed with him, I was, I think, 22 or 23 when I did that. And I'm 26 now, so he never really pushed me around like a big brother, but the little brother is grown up now. Yeah.
Who
Which
did
2 fights were those?
Shane Mosley and Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto was first, and then Shane Mosley. Yeah.
who decided for you to move down to 147?
My dad did. He saw the way the boxing world was working. He saw that everything was moving to the welterweight division, and he thought that I'd be the most successful at this weight. And he thought that if we made this weight, that we would try to hold on to it as long as we could, grab some titles. I'm very comfortable at this weight. Yeah, we were talking about it on the drive over here,
You
man.
know what's crazy, Shawn?
What's that?
When you first appeared on TV, I don't know if you remember this, the announcer kept saying what? Your first TV appearance.
I don't remember.
Amateur style, amateur jump.
Oh yeah, you remember that?
I
Yeah,
remember
that was the guy. You know.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say who.
ESP.
It's
All right,
okay.
that's enough.
Fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Against Paulie, you look like a tornado in there. You look like Mike Tyson. Where is Shawn Porter right now? What are we gonna see then?
I'll say this, going back to what that announcer said, um, even after that fight, my dad and I, we knew that you can't stop what got you here. What got you here is what made you successful. You have to continue to do that and improve upon on that, and also build from that. And so I think at this point we've built on the things that we did as amateurs. We can still use the speed that we use as an amateur, but we also have the power and the aggressiveness that you didn't necessarily need in the amateur program. So it's been a long time. I'm growing, I'm learning, and I'm sparring guys that are bigger and stronger than me every day. That way, when I get in the ring with those 47 pounders, I'm strong.
Does that give you a psychological edge? In 165, you fought in amateurs, right? Now you're fighting people who are at 147. Do you think that gives you the edge?
I think along the way it does. Obviously, once you get in the ring, you have to do what you got to do, and I don't think that necessarily plays a big role. But if I was to say right now, getting in the ring with Kell Brook, I would say, yeah, I'm looking at you like you're the little guy, and like I'm just gonna overpower you and wear you out, and along with everything else, we're gonna do that.